Hey folks, we're back with another video. This time it's gonna be some gameplay with the Borrasque. I recorded this whole thing uh, 2 times already. First time I just messed it up and it was horrible. And the second time there was no game audio. So hopefully I won't screw up anything this time. Thank you so much for watching, if you are watching this. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna wreck the Borrasque. This is a gameplay footage from Redshire that a good friend of mine, LoLFactor, sent me. Really good stuff. You've probably seen him on this channel before if you've looked at any of my previous videos. In any case, let's dig deep into this. It's a Redshire map, as I've noted before. It's a north spawn. Beautiful two-shot there. The second one was close. I almost didn't think it was gonna go in like at all, but he got lucky a little bit there. The beautiful thing about this particular replay, besides of course the gameplay, my good friend LoLFactor graced us with, is the matchup is in. Is a tier 8 premium, arguably one of the better ones. There's four tier 8s and a full tier 7 matchup, apart from the 4 tier 8s, which is like the perfect scenario for a tank such as the Borrasque. And what we're doing here, we're probably going to see him sort of patrolling the ridgeline a little bit, just to try to spot the enemy tanks on the other side, and maybe put in a little bit of damage as well, sneaking in some shots and those things that the Borrasque is very good at. Some of you that had the Borrasque will know what I'm saying. I hope you can get one for free. Everybody should have the Borrasque. It's a beautiful tank. In any case, I'm not trying to sell a tank. I get no money from any of this. But anyway, it looks like LoLFactor lost a little bit of his patience there, and he just decided to push in a little bit, which is fair game, to be honest. They're kind of in control of the map a little bit. This is a tricky and a semi-risky play to do, because you can get shot from the castle over here, and from the Zeppelin side of the map, if the enemy team kind of wins that fight over there. So far it looks like they're juking it out in between themselves. It's a pretty even spread of tanks on both sides. They're doing a great job of holding up the Zeppelin so far, so he can get shot from behind, right? We do see that Type 59 being a little bit sneaky there, but he's probably gonna get punished by the Italian TD and the light tank. Another tricky part of this position is deciding how much to peek and when, because as soon as you peek on this hill right here, you can get shot from the castle, the enemy side hill, but more importantly, the back line that they can have on the K line. And there's probably always going to be somebody there, even if you don't have a few TDs like in this matchup that can spend most of their time on the K line. You will undoubtedly have a medium or a heavy or somebody that's not really doing the best job in terms of decision making, maybe. But yeah, let's see if we can get the shot in on the wrong panzer. Beautiful blind shot that probably went in. We'll have to see after battle, because he disappeared before the shot went in. But I'm a little bit surprised he didn't go for the second shell there. Why didn't you go for the second shell there, man? Totally would have gone it. I wouldn't have even thought about it. Click. It's one of the beautiful things about this tank. It's a 2-shell burst kind of guy, kind of tank. It's not a guy, it's a tank. But yeah, he did manage to get the shot in. I didn't point this out, but he was on more HP when he disappeared, before he disappeared. And we're kind of seeing them being a little bit aggressive, them being the enemy team being a little bit aggressive with the castle. Whilst LoLFactor is being very sneaky in this bush over here and not getting spotted, and spotting the enemy tanks. Now, he didn't see that guy going down, and he missed his opportunity to punish him, but he did see him now, and he did secure the kill for his team, which unfortunately wasn't able to kill him straight away, giving him the opportunity to put another shot into the Progetto. Let's see, the RD comes in and cleans it up. Now there's just the M48, which is on half HP at this point, or about 800, I think. which is not going to be as confident as before to push into almost 3 tanks, 2.5 tanks. We can see the sneakiness of the Borrasque here as well, as he peeks and spots them but doesn't get spotted at the back. Now if the Rompauser pushes, he's gonna get spotted because his bum is out the back. Unfortunately the shell goes into his tracks a little bit low, but the other teammates managed to secure that kill. As you can see, this is a pretty effective position. He was able to counter the enemy push and help his team secure the flank. Granted, it wasn't that hard. It was just 2 tanks. They had TDs in the back. They had RT support as well. Should have been a close shot case. Pretty straightforward. Now let's see what he decides to do now. Is he can either push on this flank / side or go another route. Let's see what he's gonna do. Manages to put one in the Borrasque. Very sneaky again. Hopefully he realizes, thankfully he realizes that's gonna leave him spotted and he has to back out. This side he's really pounding the enemy team. Nice, beautiful shot into the back of that Italian TD, forcing him to respond, and kind of he gets punished by his team again. Poor T20. A measly 240 alpha damage. Very good decision from him to push at that particular time, because the enemy Borrasque was just making his way around the corner and he would have gotten away. Beautiful timing on that. And I guess at this point he should be free to push the 1-2 line, right? And see if there's anything, if there is indeed anything in the back of the enemy territory on the K line. Still a pretty balanced game so far. It's 8-7 in his team's favor, but it's still anyone's game. It does get spotted and does spot out the Italian TD camping in the back over there. Let's see how they're gonna take him out, if they can take him out. It's a pretty good position, especially for an Italian TD. Yeah, so he decides to pull back, and he's probably gonna circle around, which is a safer option. Oh, look, an IS crossing the field in the middle, just like that. Half the battle in, it's 7:20 minutes. Around 6 and something minutes in, you decide to yeet over the field. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Try not to do that, unless you're like super early in the game and the enemy team hasn't like set up in positions where they can punish you, or if like if you're not sure that the enemy team isn't in position to punish you, you should never cross open fields like this, especially in an IS, which is pretty slow, doesn't have any camera rate. If you're in something like a Borrasque, sure, you can kind of go for it, you can bob and weave, I know what I said, kind of dodge enemy shells here and there if you're like, you know, if you don't value your tank's life too much, or if you're feeling lucky. You can do that with a fast tank. It's ill-advised, you're probably gonna get punished for it. But if you're a heavy tank like an IS, it's not very fast and it's so late in the game, people definitely, most certainly have positions that will punish you. Yeah, don't do that. That was on him. No excuses really. And you saw it after he got shot and spotted, he just froze near a windmill or a house that was there. He was totally out of. He also should have been already in the garage, right? Nah, I'm bashing him too hard. It's not that big of a deal. You all know this. But try to avoid doing it. So yeah, LoLFactor is circling back in his Borrasque. Obviously doesn't want to push into the Italian TD and doesn't want to contest the Bridge King of this matchup, the Ridgeline Warrior of this matchup, which is the Carnarvon. And we saw a really beautiful snapshot into that IS-2. It went dead center. That rarely happens to me in my Borrasque, but I guess mine is not as sweaty as my friends. Anyway. Yeah, beautiful shot. Manages to kind of secure this flank. Let's see if there's anything else here that he needs to deal with. It is a little bit tricky. Sometimes people do camp it out in this area. and it's easy to get ambushed in it as well. But there's not that many tanks left, and most of them have been spotted in other areas of the map. So it's, I'm pretty sure he's feeling pretty safe here. Makes the right call not to follow that Scorpion, because in doing so he would expose to the people on the hill over there. It's very good, you know, control over your mind and emotions maybe. Because I would have been like, oh my god, I want to get the kill, I want to get the kill, and probably would have gotten the kill and died in the process. So it's important to do that. No problems getting the side of that Knaven though. So just flanking wins games, man. He probably could have killed him, you know, on the ridgeline as well. Just circle around him, just rush him or whatever. But he would have most likely gotten shot once or twice, and he would have opened himself up to too many guns, right? Let's see if we can find the artillery, the Pig Lord, on the side of the map. Is he gonna be in the corner or down the middle? Looks like he's down the middle. He probably would have spotted him by now. And there he is. 11-11. It's still pretty close in anyone's game. I mean, they definitely have the advantage. LoLFactor team definitely has the advantage. They had more tier rates towards the end of this replay. But you know, you never know. It's fair game. Interesting choice to go in deep on the city here and not push through the K line. I guess he's assuming the Italian distiller. I think he would have left by now, but that is a gamble, and this is the safest, cleaner approach.
3 minutes left.
Oh, and he runs into the Scorpion. He spotted. Easy one shot. The T25 AP misses him. Wouldn't have been a kill shot anyway. And he manages to secure his top gun with that shell on the T25 AT. As we're closing this replay, he's already up 4,486 damage. Provided he didn't, you know, he did actually probably hit that blind shot on the M48, so it's more like 5,000 at this point, closer to 5,000, 4,700 or 4,800. We'll have to see in the battle report. So yeah, the Italians did seem to make a run for it. He legged it on the other side of the map. He's trying to be sneaky and maybe get another kill on the Progetto, which is a one shot. Yeah, this was a pretty close fight, right? Kind of. And yeah, there's the Italian TT, puts one in, and did he wait for his teammate to shoot him, or did he just wanna make sure he doesn't miss? Was he cheeky there to get the 7th kill? He already got the top gun, right? I don't know. I'll have to ask him. Let's jump into battle results and see what those look like. It looks like it was an ace tanker after all. 200,028 credits. Made 2,800 experience points. 3 beautiful medals: a top gun, a high caliber, and a scout medal. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't realize he spotted so many of the enemy tanks. That's another perk of the Borrasque. It has really good view range. It's just a really great tank, really. So it does seem like it did manage to hit that blind shell on the M48 plow machine. Manages to get 1,000 spotting assistance. Fires 26 shells, hits 23, penetrates 18. Pretty good ratio. 5,550 damage. Really great result. Manages to make a beautiful profit of 179,000. It was rocking a personal reserve, but still, would have been 100,000, a little over 100,000, right? Just a profit. It's pretty good. But that's what you get when you have a beautiful tank like the Borrasque, which is decked out with the crew and the equipment. pretty borderline unfair, I would say. Well, yeah, it's not the only time I can do that, though, right? Yeah, great result. Thank you for the replay, LoLFactor, and thank you for watching. If you've been watching this, if not, thanks anyway. All the best. Take care, and bye bye.